Okay, I guess I just want to make something very quickly. But before I do that, I have a story to tell you guys about yesterday. So essentially, I made a very bad mistake. I ended up drinking something, well, actually eating something I really shouldn't have ate. And essentially, that was not the reason why I was going yesterday. I was really just going for like a walk on the beach, honestly. That's about it. But seriously, after that though, I was at someone's house and I saw this yellow thing in the refrigerator. I didn't know what it was, so I ended up consuming it. Big mistake. First of all, I should have saw the warning signs of it being in a small container. And it smelled a bit too good, honestly. So I ate it in one go, and essentially what I didn't know what it was. Let's see if I can make it kind of nice and safe for YouTube. Is essentially it was Jello mixed with some VODs. It was mixed with some VODs. You know them Twitch VODs. It was mixed with some VODs. I'm pretty sure you know what type of drink mixed is with VOD. That has the word VOD in it. Anyway, it was mixed with that. Had that accidentally, and essentially, not really feeling it because there was some heat in my chest. It was not all that great because I don't really consume that type of stuff. So essentially, I was feeling fine until 5:30 in the morning, where I started to feel a massive headache and a toothache. Wasn't great. So lesson learned: never drinking anything like that ever again. Probably won't even touch anything that's light like that. I'll just stick to my Hawaiian punch and my soda. That's about it. So yeah, if you ain't a person that normally consumes some type of adult beveraging on the daily, I highly recommend that you don't do it because I still feel the brain ache a little bit. It's not as big as it was, but I still feel it, and I'm feeling a bit tense and sleepy. I don't know what to feel, honestly. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say, so, that's gonna be a thing. So that was a thing. Also, there will be some stuff also with Patreon as well, and Quick Hot Story is coming out tomorrow. So if you haven't been a Patreon member yet, please do so, because that's the uncensored stuff on there. And the uncensored episodes of that series will definitely be there, so take a look at it. Anyway, when it comes down to things, High School DxD, let's talk about it real quick. So High School DxD, unfortunately, hasn't been showing up in recent years, and it hasn't even showed up yesterday with the Fantasia Bunko Festival, which, people thought, oh, maybe it might show up there. It might, which I already had a feeling it wouldn't, but it didn't, which really sucks, which brings honestly into question, like, what kind of position High School DxD is in. Granted, it is a well-known show and a show that people really do want to see come back, considering the fact that there is tweets about High School DxD Season 5 literally every single day from different people wanting to see the season come back, but, it hasn't made a return. Now, that's because of two different reasons that we know of. One is that, obviously, it's Ishibumi's health, because the man's health has not been great in recent years. Then we also have to deal with the whole light novel situation, which is essentially how they are going to fund High School DxD, which is a bit much, honestly, I'll be honest, but that's how it is. Essentially, if you buy a lot of the light novels, we'll get a new season or at least that will lead up to a new season, so that'll be great. But again, it just really goes to it's kind of just goes to show that High School DxD is just in a very weird situation. You would think they would have enough money to do this type of stuff. You would think they would have at least some type of incentive for someone to go through and be like, yeah, let's just do a new season of it. And it just feels a bit weird, if I'm being perfectly honest. It feels a bit weird. And I'm being perfectly honest, so I say this as well. I guarantee you, no one on this planet wants Season 4 to be the last season of High School DxD. I guarantee you, a lot of people would want Season 4 to be the last thing in memory you remember High School DxD. If it's already this hard to get new seasons, there's probably not going to be that many new seasons of this show that we're going to get. So, yes, let's go ahead and get to Season 5. At least it's going to become more Kaneko censored, but still, definitely, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do not care for Season 4, and Season 5 is definitely something that, where it's going to be at. Season 4 was kind of a hit or miss for you, depending on how you felt about that animation style. But definitely, when it comes down to everything entirely, yeah, Season 5 has been asked about a lot, never really got any confirmation. There was like an interview a long time ago back, which was talking about High School DxD and the future of it, which was still always in the air of uncertainty, especially when it comes to certain projects. I think there was a talks of potential movie, but obviously that never came through. So, you know, it sucks. Again, you would think a show with like literally more than 2 seasons, you would get some type of movie or some type of crazy ass OVA, but you don't really get that out of High School DxD, except for the few OVAs that it has. And you know, again, it's just strange. High School DxD is more of a series that's more focused on light novel stuff than it is on anime, so that's also probably a reason why we haven't really got anything anime wise of it. But at the same time, it's also like you have an anime, more people realize High School DxD is more from more of the anime than the light novel, honestly. And to be perfectly honest, a lot more people will like to see the anime more than a light novel, even though that's not the original source material. But still, that just is how it is. You kind of made a history defining as show when it comes to ecchi and harem, and somehow that has a good plot. But honestly, you can't just say, oh yeah, this is gonna be the season 4 of it and that's gonna be the last season. No, you gotta continue onward. You gotta keep, you know, promoting your book. If you really want people to come through and buy the light novel like crazy, go ahead and make a new season, like, and then support and then blow up and support the light novel throughout that season that it's airing. Like, even if it is the last unfortunate season of the anime, at least then you'll have people going out and buying the new, you know, light novels and stuff that comes through and essentially give you money. Essentially, again, because again, the way that they have said that High School DxD season 5 will come through is that the light novels as well. And considering that we haven't gotten season 5 yet or announcement of it, I can tell you it hasn't been doing that well. So essentially, you know, it sucks, and it looks like we're gonna be waiting for another damn year to see if something happens. But you know, real talk, people really want to see High School DxD season 5 come back. They want to see High School DxD come back in some shape or form. Personally, season 5 is the only way to go. I wouldn't want to see a movie, not yet, personally. But yeah, people want to see High School DxD come back, like a lot of people, because I constantly see every day someone is talking about High School DxD in some shape or form. And yeah, while it's not trending, if you see someone talking about it at least once a day, every day since it's been gone, then yeah, you know something is absolutely wrong. So yeah, definitely when it comes down to it, High School DxD does need to come back. It's always been put in a weird position with High School DxD. It's always been weird, and we really just need something with the series, because it's starting to get really ridiculous, honestly. I know season 3, so a lot of people, was the bad season and potentially messed things up, even though I thought season 3 was absolutely goated. But still, I definitely, you know, feel like there is, I feel like there is some hope for a season 5, and it should happen. It's just a matter of when, and a matter of, you know, how much money Ishigumi is going to get, so we can actually get this damn thing rolling, because it's about damn time. It's been over time to get a new season, if I'm being perfectly honest. Waiting for a good amount of years for a new season is kind of getting tedious, honestly. Like, if it needs light novel sales, go buy some light novels. But if it's something else, then let's get that resolved, and then hurry up and let's go ahead and start working production on that new season, because it'll be another year before we even get to see the next season anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel, Patreon, and Clubhouse available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.